Last September, the Palestinians wished to declare statehood in the United Nations Security Council and did not obtain the necessary votes. Now, it appears Palestinian leader Mahmoud Abbas may seek to upgrade the Palestinian status at the UN once again this fall, this time to a non-member observer state in the UN General Assembly. Adoption of such a resolution could upgrade the Palestinians' current status, and while this would not give the Palestinians voting rights, it would supply them with international recognition as a state. We asked Israelis whether they think the Palestinians deserve any form of acknowledgement as a state by the United Nations.
If they have a partial membership, they will have a partial membership. They are already members of UNESCO. It doesn't alter the world. The important thing is reaching an agreement with us. But I think it's logical to go in the correct sequence. Except go. Both sides seem to be enjoying sitting and doing nothing.
It don't make sense for me, because for me, like, if it's United Nation, you need to be a nation. And they are not a nation because they don't have a country. But they cannot have a country if they don't want to make peace, because then they will have all the rights to have armies. And it will be dangerous for us that live here in Israel, especially.
I don't think it's a good idea for the UN to make that decision without the participation of Israel and Palestine to make the appropriate borders. And honestly, until the Arab countries, not so much the Palestinian Authority, but Hamas recognizes Israel's right to exist, I don't think you can have a UN decision without Israel's participation.
I think that they need to prove certain things first and make certain concessions and agree to certain things that they haven't yet agreed to, like even recognizing Israel as a state. The UN doesn't even recognize Israel as a state, always says Palestine on a lot of their maps. So why don't we get recognized first, and then we'll talk about Palestine.
They have to agree with us on the foundation of the Palestinian state and then join the UN. That's the logical order. However, I think if we don't negotiate for a very long time, eventually they will have justification to claim that they may join the UN without having agreed upon borders. After all, we have been members of the UN for many years without having agreed upon borders.
Both Israel and the US have insisted on the Palestinian Authority to negotiate with the Israeli government before attempting to join the UN. However, Abbas claims that if peace talks with Israel do not resume, he may go ahead to the UN General Assembly, where there are no vetoes. For JN1, I'm Sivan Raviv, Israel.